Republican Congressman Allen West is outraged over a new political ad that depicts him punching grandma and two white women and children, and he says it's downright racist. Let's take a look at this ad.
Allen West fancies himself a fighter. Maybe so. West has sucked it to seniors, voting to end Medicare as we know it. He's whacked women with his votes for huge cuts in women's health care funding. And he's mauled middle-class families by supporting a budget plan that would have cut taxes on the rich while eliminating our tax breaks for college tuition and mortgages. Allen West is a fighter, all right, but it's time for us to fight back and knock him out of Congress once and for all.
All right, considering Colonel West is a Republican, by the way, a war hero, it's not surprising that the NAACP says the video contains no stereotypes, therefore is not racist at all. Joining me now, the man at the center of this ridiculous attack ad, Florida Congressman and Colonel Allen West. Colonel, welcome back to the program. Congratulations on your big primary win, sir.
Thanks so much, Sean. It's a pleasure to be with you.
All right, let's start with this ad. You're punching grandma, you're punching a young woman, you're punching children. You said you think this is racist. Explain that.
Well, first of all, it has me with a gold tooth, and I think you can see from my smile that I don't have a gold tooth. I think that that is quite stereotypical. And then, of course, having me as an African-American male punching a white senior woman and then another white woman, that is definitely not in concert with the values that I stand for. I've been married for 23 years to a wife that has an MBA and a PhD. I have two daughters, 19 and 15. I don't believe in violence against women. But this is what happens, Sean, when you're in the age of Obama and the age where the liberal progressives cannot talk about the issues. They cannot run on any type of record. They cannot talk about the economy, the debt and deficit. So these are the type of attacks against your character and the lies that they put out there.
And imagine if Paul Ryan ran an ad like this. Imagine if Paul Ryan said what Joe Biden said. Let's roll this tape.
He's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
Unchain Wall Street. Put you all back in chains. You know, like Al Gore before him, like Hillary Clinton before him, the cadence, everything changes, predominantly African-American audience. If Paul Ryan said that?
Well, Sean, if Paul Ryan said that, they would just go absolutely apoplectic. But not too long ago, I made a speech at a kickoff up in Port St. Lucie that talked about this growing economic dependency class that we have, a 45% increase in food stamps, 9.3 million more Americans in poverty. And I said that that was a new form of enslavement. Yeah. And, of course, everyone on the left went absolutely idiotic and tried to condemn me about bringing up the specter of slavery. There's a duplicitous hypocrisy.
You know, the first African-American governor in the country, Douglas Wilder, I got to give him a lot of credit. He's one of the few Democrats that had the moral integrity to call this out for what it was. Let's roll this tape.
When you make a statement that says they are going to put y'all back in chains, which means I'm okay, not going to happen to me. And they,
well, that's interesting.
We'll work through it, but y'all will be in chains. Now, the slavery is nothing to joke about. And the history of this nation's involvement with slavery is nothing to pass off in a joke.
Why is there this double standard? Why do you think there is?
Well, it's very simple, that you don't hold yourself to any standards whatsoever, especially of honor, integrity, and character. And I think that when you look at how they come after black conservatives, myself, Tim Scott, Condoleezza Rice, Thomas Sowell, Walter Williams, we intimidate them, and they're afraid of us because more of us that are able to stand up on our own and talk about the failures of liberal progressive policies, especially toward the black community. When you look and see that my wife and I only represent 28% of a black family that, you know, with their children in their home. When you look at 14% unemployment in the black community, 40% unemployment for black teenagers, they don't want to talk about that, and they definitely don't want to have individuals that can stand up on their own. You know, look at myself coming out of the inner city of Atlanta, Georgia, 22-year career in the United States military, and now I'm a United States member of Congress, and I represent the highest per capita zip code in this country.
We're running on, I keep saying this is one of the sleaziest, slimiest smear campaigns that I've seen in my lifetime. Let's go back and look at how Hillary and Bill Clinton were reacting to the tactics of Barack Obama. Let's roll this tape.
So shame on you, Barack Obama. It is time you ran a campaign consistent with your messages in public. That's what I expect from you. Meet me in Ohio. Let's have a debate about your tactics and your behavior in this campaign.
I think that they played the race card on me. And we now know from memos from the campaign and everything that they plan to do it all along.
Are they playing the race card? Have they played it? Has Joe Biden played it?
Of course they have. That's one of the things they have to do. They want to make sure that they can get that large voting electorate out there from the different communities. They look at us as collectives, not as individuals. And you have to understand that this is going to continue to happen. And the president, everything from Chicago, it's all about Chicago-style politics. It's about fear and intimidation. It's about lies and deceit.
Colonel, Congressman, thanks for being with us. Glad you had an opportunity to respond to this.